the end of the day. You gotta feel good at the end of the day. It's all that matters. Oh, I pray just to feel good at the end of the day.
Hello, fellow dorks, and welcome back to Alone in the Dork. Okay, we are back to Salvage and Sorcery. We're doing okay. We had a combat. We got through it all right. Our Tech Knight is actually back to full health. Our Gunslinger's not feeling super great, but she's okay as well. But so what we're going to do is we're going to just keep on trucking through this game, and more than likely, I'm not going to finish it on this episode, but what I'm planning on doing is something I've been tinkering with a bit in my previous run of Depths of Obscurum. I'm going to do kind of like an Avery After Hours or Avery After Dork kind of thing, where I'm just going to basically just run through the game. I'm not going to edit it as much. Yeah, believe it or not, I edit these videos. So if you think these videos are bad, just wait till you get the next one. So what I will do is I will just play until I finish this run. And I mean, I'll still put some music underneath it and, you know, cut out like the really awkward moments. But beyond that, I'm just going to kind of just blow through this game, at least this run. But something I am going to do this session, because there are still like 3 things I really want to hit. I want to hit a locked access point, which I'm going to just thrust on me right now, probably because I think it's kind of fun. And then I want to do the Horde dice, which I may not trigger this session. And then I want to, like, you know, get off the stupid freighter and then get back home and kind of see what I can exchange and all that kind of stuff. So there's still a lot of stuff to check out. For sure, today we will do the locked access point. Actually, let's just start with that. So typically what happens when you roll these area connectors, which is what step we're on next after we finish that fight, we're going to just move into the next area. And if you roll a 6 on a 1d10, you hit this locked access point. And the idea is it's not just like rolling to, oh, did I pick the lock or not? There's this fun little like cipher mechanic, and I really just want to get to it. So let's just kind of cheat a little bit because I want to show you this and I want to enjoy it as well. So what we do is our characters, we finish that fight and we go to this, we try to get in this hallway and we can't access it because there's these locked codes. So we're trying to crack it. And again, this is probably something we send Bucket to do. This just seems like a Bucket job. It's like, all right, Bucket, go get it. It's funny how I was so excited to play this game and I wanted to play the Gunslinger. That was like the big thing I wanted to do. When I rolled one character for the video I never showed you, it was the Gunslinger. But now, like, Bucket is my favorite character. But she's going to try to crack this little cipher. So what we do is we roll 2d10, and we kind of want these numbers to be really close or, like, kind of far apart. Kya kya. A 2 and a 1. All right, well, that made this really easy. Actually, you know what? I'm going to re-roll that so this will actually be more difficult for us. Ooh, this is a great one. A 3 and an 8. So what we need to do now is now we're attempting to, like, crack the code. So we have a 3 and an 8. And what we need to do is we're going to roll another 1d10. And we need to guess if that 1d10 is going to fall in between a 3 and an 8 or outside of a 3 and an 8. If we're correct, we crack the code. If we're not, we make an intelligence check. And for however many successes we get in that intelligence check, we can change that third dice value to kind of creep it back into where we want it to land. So this is a pretty good one because the odds are if we roll a 1, 2, 9, or 10, that falls outside. Or we roll a 4, 5, 6, 7. It is exactly, the guess is exactly the same. Let's say it's going to roll outside. So that's my guess. So now Bucket is like trying to crack these codes. Let's see how she does. Yeah, I'm saying outside, I think. And it is. So I did crack it. So let's say that I didn't. Let's say I said inside. So what I need to do now is I need to move that last die I rolled, which was the 2. I need to basically get that to become a 4. So I need to make an intelligence check. So for each success, you can move that die value, that third die, up or down a digit for each success. So the closest success for me to get that inside, I would have to turn that 2 into a 4. So that's a difference of 2. So I just make an intelligence check, and I'm pretty sure my intelligent character is the Gunslinger, who obviously has Bucket helping her out with this. So we have an intelligence of 3. So I'm going to roll 3d6, and what is the target number of this? Oh my gosh, the target number for this is a 6. That's really tough. Holy moly, I'm glad I guessed right. I didn't realize the target number for this was so difficult. Okay, we're going to roll 3 and hope for some 6s here. But again, I just want to say, I'm just showing you how this works. We already did succeed on this check. 1, 2, 3. No. So we wouldn't have made it. So what we would have had to have done is backtrack. So we'd have to go back into that other room and find a different way through. I can't quite remember what happens if we have to backtrack. If you have to retrace your steps, you go back to a room. You don't have to re-roll on the exploration table. It's like, do you encounter something or is there an event? But you do make the horde die check. So the horde is still looking for you and you're still banging around looking for stuff. So that's what happens, and you just automatically find another way, but it's just another way for the horde die to keep ticking. So let's clear all this out. We did make that roll. So let's kind of cruise on here through this little hallway. So the door opens up and we go to, well, let's go down. Let's just go south. And again, I'm using Dungeon Scrawl. Then we're coming into our next room. And let's roll all 3 of those dice again. And remember, they are a D10, a D8, and a D6 currently. The D10 is our exploration, the D8 is our horde dice, and the D6 is our objective dice, or whatever it's called. So as we see, the D6 and the D8, these are the 2 dice that are usage dice. Neither one of them came up as a 1 or a 2, so we don't knock it down to the lesser value. The D10 is our encounter die, so it looks like we're about to encounter something, and these could be freaking demons, if memory serves. So let's see how that turns out for us. All right, let's roll on the table. Okay, more raiders. That's good. I think I would pretty much take raiders any time of the day over a demon. I don't know. This seems pretty valid. All right, let's see what we got. 3. Uh-oh. We got long shot corsairs. That sounds like we have more ranged combatants. Okay, what's the cut of these dudes' jib? Long-shot corsairs are precision raiders like me, like my gunslinger, who excel in long-range combat and tactical superiority. These bandits utilize advanced targeting systems and custom-modified weaponry to engage targets from extreme distances. Why can't I steal their crap? I got a dumb hunting knife last time. Each corsair is equipped with a neuro-linked exoframe, aren't we all, that enhances their aim and stability, allowing for pinpoint accuracy even in harsh conditions. Their signature weapons are modular plasma rifles capable of switching between sniper burst and area denial configurations on the fly. Can I steal your guns? Okay, so here's their like special stupid abilities. Sniper. While not engaged in melee, a long shot corsair makes 2 attacks per round. So if you do remember, I've got my little jump ability that my Warp Weaver can do. I may have to just jump Eve up into that and have her start kicking some Jedi butt. And then stable aim. The Corsair re-rolls all fumbles. Dude, these guys suck. Okay, there's only 2 of them. That makes me happier. Their melee isn't great. Their health is a 5. Their ranged combat is a 5. Okay, I think I'm going to try to jump Eve over there. Man, I didn't even look at their initiative. They're probably super fast, too. 4. God dang it. I think Alara is a 4 as well. She is, but the bad guys, because like I said earlier, Alex T, the designer of this, he doesn't like joy, so they break ties. But here we are. We're set up. We're over here. They're over there. They're going to shoot our faces a lot. They reroll all fumbles? Dude, this is a rough one. All right, so we like crack the code, and maybe they just hear us like, you know, breaking the cipher or whatever. We just kind of like walk into the room and they're just trained on us. They sent their ding dong squad after us, so they knew we were coming. Dude, these guys are buttholes. All right, here we go. 2 shots. I'm not looking forward to this. So this will be on our gunslinger. Her defense is a 4+. There's nothing she can really do to negate that or manipulate that, but I do have my determination die. And I believe with my determination die, I can re-roll any rolls. Let's try to remember that. Pew, 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 pew. Well, there's a 1 that I'm re-rolling. Boo. Oh, balls. It went from a re-roll of a 1 to a exploding success. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see what this looks like for us. So a 4 or above hits. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. Oh, that's painful. Alara is down to 23 health, so I'm not super thrilled about that. But that was such a big hit. It's like a 1/6 of my overall health. I still do have some stim packs. I don't know. I guess I just take it this round because that was just their first stupid shot. All right, let's see what happens here. Dude, these guys stink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Balls! So many balls in my face. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I am going to use the determination die for that because I'm going to be determinately dead if I don't. Boy, 1, 2, 3, that is 5 hits. So I'm going to double check this. Reroll any number of dice. It doesn't say who's rolling it. Okay, so I'm going to re-roll those 5 freaking hits. Okay, I'm spending a point of determination. Re-rolling 5. Oh my gosh. Oh, I wasn't even rolling the right dice. I was rolling my dice for them. That's better, but I do have a re-roll because they fumbled. That re-roll turned into a hit. So that's 3. So I took 3 points of damage. That's better, I guess. I mean, yes, it is. Mathematically, yes, it is better because that's how numbers work. Jeez, I'm down to 16 health. They've done some damage to me. And that was just the first one shooting us in the face. Here goes the second one. Now, thankfully, Eve can negate some of this. She has her little belt thing, which that lets me, for every successful hit, I get a roll of dice. If it comes up as a 6, that means I negated that damage, and I get to re-roll 1 dice. All right, let's see how this goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shh. All of those are successes with 2 exploding dice. 7 points of damage without the bells and whistles. So I am curious if I can re-roll their 6s before they explode, or if I have to let all that play out before I determine how much I want to roll. Because I'd rather say, okay, I'm going to re-roll these 2 6s, because if I re-roll these 2 6s, it would negate the 2 other dice that hit as well. I mean, she is full health. I'm just worried I need to hang on to these determination points. But I don't want her to take 7. I do have my big explodey healing bomb I can do as well. Boy, we were not ready for this assault. Maybe I should have taken the demons. I'm going to re-roll. What I'm going to just do is just re-roll the attack. Because I don't quite know what to do in this case, so this time I'm just going to re-roll the attack, which will be 5. But that is 2 determination points spent out of 5 already just in this combat. Balls, I see a 6. I hate these people. Oh my god, that's another re-roll. That's a hit. Okay. This is a little bit better. 1, 2, 3 points of damage. Okay. She can kind of deal with this. This is still the first attack, too. They're going to shoot me again. Okay, so they hit 3 times. I can force them to re-roll one of them. Still a hit. So that is still 3 hits on me. Now I'm going to roll 3d6. For each 6 that comes up, that negates a point. Let's see how this works. Of course, I don't roll 6s now. Great. Okay, 3 points. Actually, that could have been much worse. It could have been 7. Okay, and then it's their second freaking shot. Oh, this is rough. There's another 6. Oh my god, that's 5 hits currently. Cool. Awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points of damage. Jesus. I'm going to save my determination points. I do have a big healing bomb that Scary Carrie can do, but it just kind of makes her mutate a bit. Or I need her to jump Eve into this fight to start messing with them. So I do get to reroll one of these for my tech suit thing. So let's do that. Okay, good. So that turned one of those successes into a miss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points of damage. I love it. And now I'm going to roll 5d6 and hope I get at least a couple of 6s here. There's 1 at least. There's 2. Okay, great. 3 points of damage. Thank you. That Bucket made that for me. Thank you, Bucket. Now it is finally our freaking turn. I am going to... Oh, I can do my stun thing. 100%. Let's double check exactly what all she can do with this. Last time I did the stun thing, which was very good. It'll allow Eve to cover some ground if we need it, and it will make them not shoot us in the face. And this is a free action too, if memory serves. I have to make a intelligence check. It's just a 4 or above. I'm fairly intelligent. My intelligence is 3. Okay, I still have a decent chance. So it says a failure, it backfires and I suffer penetrating damage. So I'm assuming if it fails, it fails. Like, it doesn't like, oh, I hurt myself and it worked. It's just, it blew up in my face and it didn't work. It is a free action, so it's not like I'm going to like lose one of my actions doing this. So the other things I can do is a ranged weapon that deals plus d6 usable by any character. I mean, she could make that. Then I could do my super duper deadly shot on one of them, hope that kills them, and then have this like bazooka thing to shoot the other one. And then I could also make an energy barrier that gives us 2 armor, which negates 2 points of damage. That would have been nice last round. I'm just going to try to stun him again. So I need to make an intelligence check. This is a +3. So this is basically Bucket like quickly trying to cobble this thing together. So come on, Bucket. We just need a 4 or above. And I'm rolling 3 dice. There it is. Good job, Bucket. You even exploded those dice. Huzzah! Okay, they are stunned. How long? 1d4 rounds? 2. That's what it was last time, and that worked out fine for us. Great. Thank you, Bucket. And then I am going to do my super duper shot in their face. Let's just, since we're right here, let's just see it. All right, Deadeye shot. Here we go. So what I'm doing is I'm rolling 2d6, and I'm adding my range combat score, which is a 6. So 2d6 plus 6. Okay. Boop, boop. 9. Another perfect shot. The attack automatically hits and deals damage equal to my range combat score, which is 6, plus d4. So 6 plus... Great. She's good with the headshot. With this Deadeye shot, she goes straight for the eyes with this thing. And goodbye, jerk. You are dead. Go away. No one likes you. That's why you turn to a life of crime. And then I still have another shot. That's right. I've got my just regular attack. And this will be at a +1 damage because this is with my Hellfire Carbine, and it does just +1 per round of combat. They don't have any armor. I was just curious about that. And here, this is just her regular shot. I'm rolling 66. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I shoot better than you. There we go. Look at this. 1, 2, 3 rerolls. Or exploding dice. 1, 2, 3. I see another one. There is a fumble, which is going to negate one of my successes, but I got a number 6 in that. Another 6. And another 6. And then darn it. Okay. So these two are negated. These two are negated. So that still gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points of damage. They have 5. In your face, literally. I get really headshot happy. Kablooey! Wow, that dude sucked. I mean, I guess, like, what we're learning is I needed a better initiative. And I think one of the skill tree things I could have gotten would have been better initiative. If my gunslinger had a +1 initiative, which could have been something I could have had, I could have done that at the start of this combat, saved us a lot of time, and my character's a lot of pain. Okay, well, we get a loot. That's always fun. And we're still going to go one more room, and we'll see what we get in there, because this is a pretty quick session here. Oh, I did another point of damage because my Hellfire Carbine. Totally forgot about that. So 25 XP. So again, we're slowly ticking up the XP. We got to get to 1,000. When we complete the mission, we get more XP. I think like 200 or something. So we are up to 15 plus 25 is 40. And then let's find that loot table. All right, here we go. Defeat an enemy. Roll 1. Oh, I did something wrong last game. Defeating an enemy encounter grants every Scraphound 1 roll on the loot table. I only did 1 roll for the entire party, not 1 roll for every Scraphound. So I'm going to roll on this 3 times. 1, 2, 3. That should be all bad. There are bad ones. 4. Oh no. 4 and 6. Another empty-handed bastard. And that sounds right because they had some really good guns that they were good with. But then I did roll a 16, which is I found some gear. Roll on the gear table. Okay. What page is that on? Give me a hyperlink, jerk. Stupid Alex. This just turned into my new thing. Whenever something... I could like stub my toe on the coffee table and just go, stupid Alex. Alright, here we go. So last time we got that dumb hunting knife. What are we getting this time? 33. Oh my gosh, we're getting expedition trousers. I think I mentioned these just when I was like randomly looking through like my second video of this, just equipping our characters. And trousers is just a funny word to me. All right, maybe it gives us some initiative. That would be amazing. Durable reinforced pants designed for long journeys, equipped with multiple pockets and enhancements for comfort and protection in harsh environments. Once per mission, reroll any dice roll. Meh. It's worth 250 scrip. That's exciting. So Alara's going to change her pants right now because she probably crapped her last ones anyway. This is kind of good because she doesn't have any like reroll abilities, which Eve does. So this is actually kind of a good thing for her. And this is worth like 250. So I'm assuming I can like, when I get back to Cygnus or whatever it's called, I can maybe cash some of this stuff in. Granted, that hunting knife, no one's probably really itching for that. Okay, and I still get to scavenge the room. And if memory serves, that was a perception check. So we're still on Alara. So our gunslinger here. So what is her perception? It is a 4. I think I need to get a 6 on this, which I did. So I scavenged something. Now this can actually hurt my feelings. Yeah, if I roll a 1 on this. I'm rolling 1d10. My feelings are not hurt. You find some valuable equipment. Roll on the gear table. Okay. I like some dungarees. Give me something good. Another D1 hundo. That is a... really like the 30s. Oh, that's a reroll. 80. All right. A vital boost serum. All right. This sounds like a one-time use thing. A serum that quickly restores health and vitality when injected. Recovers D6 health each time you enter an area. Lasts D4 areas. That's actually really great. So you're getting D6 health every time you walk into a new room. Psst. I'm injecting it in my face. Like right now, I'm injecting this into my face. I'm going to write a big old fat ugly reminder that I'm doing this. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put it on my map. And this lasts for how many? D4 areas. Come on, give me a good number. 3. Great. But let's go into the next room and just see what happens there. So we got to roll for our hallway. A 3. A simple hallway. I like. Just a little one. Just a little door. All right, then we're rolling our 3 dice again and just seeing what we're getting here. It's a D10, a D8, and a D6. Boom, bang, slop. All right, the horde die and the objective die did not decrease any, but we got a 10. What does that mean? An event. Yay. That's kind of fun. Let's end on a fun event. So we just go back to our derelict star freighter here. Where's that at? And let's see what we got here. Roll a D10. What we got here? We've got a 2. Oh, no. Warp entity manifestation. Carrie, what have you been doing? A creature from the warp is attempting to cross through a tear in space. An eldritch scraphound can attempt to banish it with a successful willpower check. Unfortunately, Carrie's an NPC, so we did not take her keyword. So I guess her keyword would have been eldritch. Whoops. Failure causes a strong backlash, causing all scraphounds to receive D6 corruption strikes. Success grants the scraphound 40 XP. I guess success means if we banished it, which we didn't, because we just can't do this. Oh, man. Carrie, dang it. It's the last time I take you dungeon crawling. Okay, so she probably shrugs. So an eldritch scraphound can attempt to banish it with a willpower check, which we just can't do. Failure causes a strong backlash, causing all scraphounds to receive D6 corruption strikes. It looks like we are just taking D6 corruption strikes. So we do have this, we have a corruption resistance. So the corruption, much like a hit, it needs to roll a 4 or above. For each hit we take, we have this mutation threshold. So we start building up these mutations, and then once we hit our threshold, which is a 5 currently for this character, then we start growing elephant trunks or something. I don't know. Oh, that's right. They're actually kind of cool. They're kind of like boons and banes, but I think people start getting a little not liking us too much back home. Racists. Okay, let's see. So each character is dealing with these corruption strikes. So D6, this is for our Jedi Knight, gets 4 against her. Her corruption resistance is a 4+. So I'm going to roll 4d6, and we want these to be below a 4, please. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if the exploding dice thing triggers right now. I think that's just skill checks. Let's see. She about to get real weird. When performing a check, it says, and to me, this isn't a check. This is just rolling to see how much crappy stuff happens. I mean, we still had 3 crappy things happen, which I think is enough. So, yeah, she's starting to feel a little funky. And remember, Scary Carrie's her squire, so, yeah. Yeah, Carrie did this. Stupid Carrie. All right, that's 3 of 5 before we start getting all super freaky. And I don't want to use my determination die because I need that so I don't die. All right, and that was just the first one. What did Carrie do to old poor Bucket and Lara? This is D6. Carrie? Oh my god, I'm so mad at Carrie right now. What is her corruption, her threshold resistance? Same. Oh my god, I'm so mad at this character. And again, whenever Eve uses a couple of Carrie's ability, which I think one of them is the healing one, and then there is another one she used that when she does that, we actually take corruption. So Eve we both may be mutating pretty quickly here. All right, 6. Well, one of them's covered. I can't see what it is, so I'll re-roll that. Yay. 1, 2, 3. Jeebers. Freaking probably dating. She's probably dating Nyarlathotep or something like that. Freaky. I'm not going to kink shame, but I am. All right, well, let's scavenge this room. Jerks. Oh, I did not roll for Alara's health every time she enters a room. I did not do that. This will happen for 2 more areas. A 3. Great. She's back up to a 19. For the serum, she's shot in her face. All right, let's scavenge. That was a perception check, and I believe I needed a 6. There's a success. Great. So she found something. I believe this was a 1d10. Yeah, I think it's a 1d10. And if it's a 1, it's bad. Yay, it's not. So I think I found I think that's going to be gear again. Or scrip. Which is fun to say. It's a 6. Yay, it is gear. Let's go back to our favorite table. I think it's just one roll on the gear table for this. All right. A little D-hundo. Let's go. 67. A purity halo. Ooh, maybe that helps with our mutations. Let's see. Look at all this crap you can get. Alex and his gear. This is what he thinks. I bet this is why he doesn't sleep well, because his brain's constantly processing like gear. I'm with you, Alex. I don't sleep well as well. Hence why I always look so freaking sickly. A headpiece that emanates a protective aura of purity, shielding the wearer's mind and soul from corrupting influences. Reroll all failed corruption resistant checks. And maybe actually, Scary Carrie, this was actually hers. And she meant to give this to us before the mission. And then so she just acts like she finds it in this room. She's like, just kind of holds it up. But we are giving this one to Eve because her stupid squire's insane. She's going to have to be rolling these corruption resistances. So this is actually a really great thing, as we've learned, for Eve. Also, she's like this honorable knight. I don't think she wants extra arms growing out of her face. Purity Halo. We're getting some kind of fun stuff, though. This is kind of moving pretty quick with like our fun little trinkets and toys. A lot better than the stupid Hunter's dagger thing that I got last time. Hunter's knife. Purity Halo. Reroll all failed checks. Great. I like that. Hooray! And that, my friends, is it for this episode. And you can see now why you would see that I would want to go on and do this kind of like extended episodes, because if I do just kind of like go through and teach these things a little bit, I just kind of get bogged down in like explaining the rules, and I don't get like, I've got my flow going. I got this loop. I know how the game works, I think. Please comment below that I'm wrong. Actually, comment, like, and subscribe. Do all that stuff. Seriously, it does help me a lot. I'm still a new channel. I need the help, and I'm here providing. So, nonetheless, thank you so much for watching this. My next episode will just be like a long one. I'm going to try to complete this entire mission because I really want to do that. Some things I will make sure to hit. I will show the Horde dice triggering. I'll go back to the station, see what we can get and exchange things, how all that works. I'll show you what leveling does. I think we just get to pick something on our skill tree. And I'll also talk about all the other missions. Like when we get to our objective, for us, it just means, oh, you can get to your extraction point. But in other ones, like we have to like assassinate someone or set some detonations or something like that. So I'll kind of go through that and explain how that works for you as well. But for the next one, it's going to be longer. Watch it at your own peril. It's not going to be as edited as well. It just allows me to just play a game and enjoy it. And if you've made it this far, you're probably going to just want to see how the rest of this goes. So thank you so very much for watching this. I'm Avery. You know that. This is Alone in the Dork. You know that. And you know what comes next. Kya! Stay dorky, my friends.